I don't get any of this. I'm totally gonna fail this test.
Hello.
What? Who are you?
I'm the queen of covalent bonding.
This must be a dream.
Well, I'm glad to help. The most important thing you need to know is that covalent bonding is the sharing of electrons. Elements will share as many electrons as they need. Hydrogen and fluorine are elements on the periodic table that share their valence electrons covalently. Hydrogen needs one more electron in its valence shell to become stable, and fluorine will also need one electron in its valence shell to become stable. Two elements will bond together and become hydrogen fluoride.
Wow, I actually kind of get this. But I still don't know.
Ooh, time to go!
Okay, wait, but...
Toodaloo!
Where'd she go? Oh. Who are you?
I am the king of covalent bonds. You met my wife earlier, and she tends to be forgetful, so I just knew I had to come help. The two types of covalent bonds are polar and nonpolar. To identify the difference between the two, you will have to look at the electronegativity difference. The greater the electronegativity difference, the more ionic the bond is. Partially ionic bonds are called polar covalent bonds. A nonpolar covalent bond is a bond between two nonmetal atoms with the same electronegativities that will have an equal sharing of electrons. Let me show you. This is an example of nonpolar and polar covalent bonding. These two hydrogen atoms each have an electronegativity of 2.1. Therefore, the covalent bond between them is considered nonpolar, same electronegativity difference. In this example, fluorine has an electronegativity of 3.0. These signs here mean that the bond is partially ionic. Therefore, this bond is polar. The hydrogen atom holds a slightly positive charge, while the chlorine atom holds a slightly negative charge. And now you see the nonpolar and the polar covalent bonding.
Thanks.
Got it? Got it? Good!
This has been so weird. Where are they all coming from?
Hello.
Okay, who are you now?
Now I'm the queen of ionic bonding. This will be the last piece of information you will need to pass your test. Okay. Now, ionic bonding is the transfer of electrons from one atom to another. This results in the formation of positive and negative ions. The ions represents atoms that have lost one or more electrons, known as cations, and atoms that have gained one or more electrons, known as anions. The ionic bonding process involves something known as ionization energy, which is the amount of energy required to move an electron from the outermost orbital. The further away the electron is from the nucleus, the easier it is for the electron to be taken away. The closer the electron is to the nucleus, the harder it is for the electron to be taken away. Okay, here's an example of ionic bonding. Magnesium and oxygen are two elements that form an ionic bond. Magnesium has 2 electrons in its valence shell, and as oxygen has 6 electrons in its valence shell. In order to be stable, magnesium will give 2 electrons to form magnesium oxide.
Okay, awesome.
Well, that's it for me.
Oh, it was just a dream.
You don't have to have any sound. 1 point.